Good day, beautiful beings, ascending light and infinite love to you all. My name is Todd. Welcome to Complicatedly Simple, Unlocking the Master Within. Today, I'm going to do my super green juice, the whole thing, from start to finish, the wash in, the cut in, the clean in, everything, just for you guys to see how easy it can be, rather than thinking how difficult and too much effort it actually is. So, let's get into this. So, straight away, we're going to go and get our ingredients. Oh, and my fridge light's not working. Fantastic. Anyway, so in this box today, we've already got some parsley and coriander. We've already got some spinach. Again, we put it in the air-sealed tubs to keep it as clean, fresh, and as healthy as possible. We're also going to have some celery. We're also going to have some cucumber. We're also going to have some lemon. Then in here we have got some turmeric and some ginger, which I'll break off a little bit because that's a little bit big. And I just realised that we forgot our apple. Boom! So now we have all our ingredients. Our juicer's already set up, but what we need to do is give everything a wee wash. The way that I like to do that is have a wee side bowl. So what we're going to do is first of all fill up this side bowl with some water. So now that our bowl has got a sensible amount of water in it, I have speeded things up a little bit by taking some of the stuff obviously out the packaging already. This was some cucumber that I had left over for yesterday. This is a bit that I've then cut today. So now what we need to do, because as you can imagine, it doesn't fit. So we need to cut this down so it's an appropriate size. As you can probably imagine, the reason why I'm doing it like this is because I don't have a particular stand to be able to hold for my filming just yet, so we're kind of going as you go, and because I've only got two hands, it's a bit hard to do that, so this is why we're going stage to stage. But now they've cut it into our appropriate sizes, we can just put that in the water. Again, starting off with the larger items first, we'll get to the leaves after. So ideally, you would maybe want this water to be a bit warm. You can also put baking soda in there. All these ingredients are actually organic, so to some degree I don't really need to be doing this, or from my perspective I almost don't want to. But for the basis of the video today and for your own understanding, we're just going to give it a wee rinse. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to take all these out and I'm actually going to dry them. So in here now, I have 65 grams or 65 to 70 grams of spinach, 15 grams of coriander and 15 grams of parsley. Again, these are levels that I've chose in regards to the balance of my particular juice and also the appropriateness of the weights or package sizes that are offered by the shops, by the supermarkets, whoever. So that's showing you up at 95, so 65 spinach, 15 parsley, 15 coriander. Now what we're going to do, so we don't break the scales, move them away, and again we're just going to gently bathe them. Again, spinach is a very delicate leaf. It's why you don't really want to wash it when you first get it, because try to wash it and then dry it and then put it back away is just about a nightmare. So you are much better served just waiting to when you need it. So that's it, just a nice wee bathe. Advantageous to my cause, I actually have a salad spinner. So if I take out my internal, put it into the sink, and now we can just pour all that into there. That's our water basin done with, so you can just put that to the side, give it a wee shake of the excess moisture, put it back into its own tub, put the lid on, and again, I can't do this with one hand, so I'll be back in a moment. So I've just gave that a nice whirl, and as you can see, it's all compressed against the sides, and I'll let you actually see that these things do actually work, and work tremendously well. Remember the first time I seen and experienced this? I know it might seem a little bit sad, but when you're as passionate about your health and the quality of your veg and fruits and vegetables that I am, then yeah, it just becomes a thing. So to get all the excess moisture off it, I think is tremendously amazing. So now what we need to do though is prepare all our food ingredients so it'll actually fit in here. So this is what's called a slow masticating juicer. As you can see, it's a, well, maybe you can't, you won't really understand, but it's a horizontal system. Loads of the other ones have a centripetal system or centrifugal. I don't like them because they are much worked on high revs per minute, which creates heat. Long story short, heat destroys nutrition. So if you want the best bioavailability, the best concentration and quality of juice, this is by far, to me, the best style that you can get. Again, within time, I will be sharing more details of how to get these, because they're not actually that expensive if you manage to get them in a particular way. So yeah, what we're going to do also, as everybody sure knows, as soon as you start to cut an apple, it starts to oxidize. So we'll wait right to the last moment, because again, one of the key components of juicing is keeping everything alive. We'll not go into all that right just now, because we're just focusing on this process, but at a later date, we'll come to understand why it's good to keep things wholesome for as long as possible to the point that you're going to eat it. So yeah, I'm just going to cut these up so they're a more appropriate size to fit inside the juicer. So as you can now see, everything's all cut up to its appropriate sizes to go inside. A couple of things I want to mention just now. I would normally add coconut water. I've just realised that I don't actually have any with me, or any in the house. Other things to mention, when you're first getting the machine going, go with your water-based vegetables first, i.e. your cucumber, your celery. Allow the machine to get a bit of lubrication, even just through the fluid. Also, there's certain ingredients which you'll learn yourself over time. One I'll highlight as well, specifically turmeric. This stuff, apart from being beyond incredible for you in hundreds of ways, if you've ever got turmeric powder on your arm or on your fingers, it does stain pretty bad. So that's not dirty, that's just stain from previous juicing. So it's much better served, if you want to look after and maintain your juicer as well, to put a few things through, get it lubricated, get some fluid in there before you start putting things like turmeric in it, and that just helps it go through and not get stuck in various bits and pieces, which you're going to see now. So we're good to go. Switch on. And you just start putting in your ingredients. Quite a lot of the time you'll be able to just put it in. Not going to struggle though. Oh. Try to do it in one-handed. You obviously have your plunger. Not too much force, just a wee bit of pressure, and that will run through. Again, over time with experience and practice, you do start to see there is a process that's much more advantageous in how you would put certain ingredients in. As I said, cucumber is soft, super lubricating, super refreshing, super hydrating. So we're just going to get that in first. This is a point where you could potentially choose to put the ginger in. Ginger is a little bit different to turmeric, but the additional fluid of the cucumber works in tandem with the ginger and just makes the juice flow through so much easier. So that's just done our cucumber. So what we're going to do is, again, I'm doing this one-handed, so put wee bits of turmeric in that was extra, put that in with the celery, you can see that running through, do the same again. Celery is obviously a lot more firm than cucumber, but still has a huge amount of water, so again, a wonderful ingredient to put through for the turmeric, just to make sure that you're washing all that juice through and it's not creating too much stain, as I've already mentioned. So at this point, as you can see, I've got a wee bit of celery left, still got my apple, but we've got loads of greenery. So this is the stage that I normally get to where I then start to add the greens. Again, most leaves don't have a huge amount of liquid in them, but mine are super fresh, been kept healthy, and they're not dehydrated in any way because they've been in the container. Again, exposure to oxygen dehydrates stuff, deteriorates it quicker, so this is why sufficient cost saving and much better to just put them in airtight containers. I want to mention as well, because of the preparation and the efficiency of the way that we're working, we literally have no mess, no problems, no issues, like easy peasy, good to go. Granted, I've got to this place through time and experience, but if you're watching this, all you really need to do is follow these steps and you will be juicing like a master in no time. Again, this is a particular actual recipe or balance that I put together for myself once upon a time. I highly recommend making yourself a green juice. Green juice is definitely the best place to start. Juicing is most potent through vegetables. Fruit is much better eaten whole. This is why obviously in this whole thing the only fruit we've really got is apple and lemon. Again, the reason why they're in their juice are for magical medicinal properties. Lemon is literally one of the most incredible things that exists on the face of the planet. Again, we'll not go into all those details right now as we're just focusing on what we're doing today. Nearly there with the greens. Nearly there. Right. That's the last of our greenery. We can get rid of that. Go back to the celery. Again, because of the celery fibre, the concentration and thickness of it, it just really comes out quite easy. Make sure nothing gets stuck in there. And we're going to do the apple. Again, for me, I absolutely love apples. These ones are particularly tasty. Royal Gallus, organic, as I've already mentioned. It adds a lovely sweetness to the whole juice, and it's literally just one. Like if you see the concentration of vegetables to fruit, you see it's very, very balanced towards the veg, but it still tastes delicious. Again, because of the fibre and the strength of the lemon skin, I always find that's best to put in last. Wonderful juice comes out, and then because of the texture, it just pushes everything right out the machine to ensure that it's going to be much easier to clean on the other side. So that's our last ingredient. Let me see if I can open this bottle. Yeah. This is organic apple cider vinegar. I'm literally just adding a touch. You really don't need much, and I consume apple cider vinegar in other ways as well, or at other times, so I don't need a huge amount in my juice. So just for the appropriateness, I'm going to stop just now so I can change hands, so I can take this apart just quickly. Or, my apologies, let's do this bit first. So, we're going to switch it off. This is essentially our waste. We don't need this. I would highly recommend making yourself a compost bin if you're going to choose to grow vegetables in your own garden. But we can just get rid of all of that. Again, make our life easy. Give that one a quick rinse. See if I can do this. Right, so, yep. Push the button in, twist it, comes out. Just give it a wee tilt. Either way, any excess juice to come out. Then I'm going to take this to the sink. That's us done with the unit. Done with our chopping board. The juice is good to go. It is most potent and most beneficial within the first 15 minutes. So ideally that's what we're going to look to achieve, to drink it within 15 minutes. So now it's in this state. Give it a wee mix. And hopefully I don't spill any of this. I'm going to put it in our glass jar. What jar you put it in is your absolute preference. I just really enjoy drinking anything out of a glass, and usually there would be 250 ml of coconut water in there as well, so it's quite a high volume. You don't get a huge amount of glasses like that, so again, why I like using a container like this. I'm not going to be able to do this with one hand, but just to give you a representation of what we're going to do, we're just going to twist this bit off. That then lets us take out essentially the grinder and the masticating unit that's inside. So I'll quickly just do that and then come back to you to give you a representation of what's going on. So now that it's in its different components, just going to get some water on the go. Again, just now we're just giving it an additional rinse to make it easier to wash. Again, with things like turmeric, ginger, some of the greenery, you want to get these liquids off as soon as possible so it doesn't overly stick or stain. I've already got soapy water good to go, so now that we've gave that one a rinse, we can just put that straight in there. The top loading panel very rarely gets anything on it anyway. This one sometimes can still get, as you can see, some wee bits stuck inside. But a wee bit of water pressure and it's out. Same with this, just give it a wee rinse. Any excess, if I had two hands I would actually give this one a wee bit white, because you can see some of the turmeric is actually stuck to it, but that's good enough. Put it in there. And this is the only one that really needs usually sufficient attention. All these wee bits that's been squeezed through, it's stuck inside. You do actually get a brush with the system when you buy the juicer to make it much easier to clean. So yeah, I just advise giving it a rinse under the tap, and as you're doing that, a quick wee scrub. Get off the most of the excess, and once you've done that, again, into the water. So, I don't think I need to teach you how to wash dishes. I'm assuming everybody knows how to do that. But as you can see, oh, missed one. And now we've poured our juice out in the last container. Again, we'll just give that a wee rinse. Efficient, broken down, good to go. So then you would just give it a wash like you would wash your dishes, leave it to dry, good to go for tomorrow. As you can see, no mess, efficient, quick, easy peasy. And now for the best bit of all. So, my name's Todd. This was Complicatedly Simple. unlocking the master within. This is my super green juice. I wish you a super Sunday, fantastic day, and I'll speak to you soon, guys. Oh, delish.